think it's snot, actually. Maxwell's had a right cold lately.
Awesome.
Cracking opening.
Perfect.
It's the Heavyist podcast. What is up?
What is
Welcome.
going
Weekly worship of the Ultra Radis. I completely forgot the tagline, and I'm just so happy.
on? Too many
You're
bodily
blowing it,
fluids in your clothes, mate.
I'm completely blowing it. Alex is back. Gary is here. We're ready to chat, mate.
It is good to be back as well.
Mate, it's a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see you.
Likewise.
We spent a lot of the year talking about other bands. We're actually going to talk about your band, which would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yay.
Yeah.
Mate.
So, hot on the heels of just a gargantuan event in the Alex schedule, mate. We talked a lot recently, but we could not talk about the beautiful, beautiful news. So I think now it's just time for us to bathe in the Aversions Crown news, in the release, get right into it, and just have a nice little chinwag about it, mate. So
Do you know what I call it now? I call it Al's version Crown.
Oh, I love that.
Good. I'm glad. I was worried that wasn't funny, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
I love that.
Mate, where do we even start? I think
Mate.
we should start, first of all, by just congratulating you, bro, and just like I've said this to you like personally, but I am just so stoked for you, bro. Just to be back out there at it, attributed to such a sick band as well. Like it's a pleasure to see, man, because it's it's a bloody long time since Nadir, isn't it, really? I know, like, time is a weird flat circle that doesn't really, like, I know that constantly my mind's being blown, like, realising that the Deftones record only came out, like, 4 years ago. So, little things happen, but, yeah, it's a long time, so it's just so sick. I'm so stoked for you, bro.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's like a dream come true, honestly. Like, it's exactly what I wanted. Like, I just really wanted to join like a band that was, like established and we could start touring, because like the touring's the biggest thing for me. Like, I love performing.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to, get started at that level is it's like a dream come true. Like, I couldn't really believe it when Chris like messaged me. I was like, why the fuck have you chosen me? I'm like,
I mean, like, that is something we need to get into. How the bloody hell do you become the vocalist of a band on the other side of the planet, for a start? Like,
Well, that's it, innit? I was like,
It's 2025, Gary.
yeah.
I was like, I live so far away. Like, but, I mean, I guess I should be flattered, that they chose me over somebody from Oz. I know that they tried a few people out and it didn't really work, but yeah, it's great. Like, I was under the impression that they were like, we want someone, that's like more used to touring like Europe and stuff. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. But then, like, when I got there and we were like all hanging out,
Someone that understands roundabout stuff like that, or key information.
Yeah, but then it turns out that just like wasn't the case at all, and it like when I realised like how like prolific with touring Aversions Crown was, and like how like much they've done, I was like, Black Tongue's done fuck all. Like compared to that, I was like that. This can't be the reason then, because like you have way more experience touring Europe than I do. Like,
Yeah.
but no one did. They said that they did like a lot of research into people and stuff, and they said that they watched like hours of videos of like live performances and stuff. I was like, fucking hell, that's cool. Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
like. Yeah, so that felt, it was really, really flattering. And then, so what was the last piece of information that that you knew? I think it was that we like the tour was that it was like a mystery support, wasn't it? And I think that's what I couldn't reveal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we would. I think there was basically no. I don't. I think there was nothing. I think because when we did the Deathcore Summer stuff, we kind of knew, but we couldn't talk anything about it. So I think since last we spoke, it's all of the Aversions news is new.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I believe.
So it was even before the first video came out.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah. No one knew anything.
Yeah.
Obviously,
well,
we knew because we're
that was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
must have been so sick, dude.
Oh, it was such a relief. Like I've been sat on them for quite a bit, and just knowing like how good the video looked, and like I think the video had been done for like nearly a year, and it's like, and then like seeing the response to it was like amazing, really, really good.
Did you? So the video for the video, did you get over there to do it? Like, or is it studio trickery business?
The first one is studio trickery. Yeah, it's
Wicked.
My bit of it.
Great.
It looks really good, doesn't it? My bit was just filmed in my living room.
I loved it. It was like,
you have the mocap
a story
suit?
of it because there was like you in the first video, like you're on Zoom, and in the second video, you're like, I'm actually here IRL now, guys. It was really cool that like seeing the kind of the story of you joining this band in Australia kind of played out through music videos. That was really cool.
And that's pretty much what they said as well. They were like, "Oh, like we just want one with you, like with us." And it's like, and that's basically the point. And like, obviously they were like, so we filmed the video that I'm actually in, with them, in like the 2 days after we finished that tour. So we're like, we can't do anything absolutely like mad, but it really is just to showcase like you being with the band. So we'll just do the slickest possible, just like performance video. And like the other funny thing is that it's in the same building that the first one was filmed in, which is kind of fun. Yes, that was great. That was a lot of fun to film as well.
Mate, can I just
really
say
good.
you were absolutely loving it. I could see it in like just like some of these looks and the bit where you do the Baphomet, like that is absolutely iconic, dude.
Yeah,
So
I said to
cool.
Colin, I was like, I've got this real specific thing that I want to do at this bit, so just please just let me do it. But they were
Gonna
quite
rip,
happy.
don't worry.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, it's been like, because they've worked with like quite a few vocalists and stuff over the years, and they've been like a part of like the scene massively for ages, so they've seen like a lot of like how people act, and they were like, oh, it's real good that you're like doing all the fucking like acting and stuff, because Colin usually is like always telling people like to express more and to like to try and get the best out of people, because he's a really good like videographer, but they're like, he didn't have to tell you at all. I was like, this is my fucking bread and butter, mate.
This is my favourite part, mate.
I'm doing this in the bedroom, mate. If I'm not here.
Yeah, exactly. I live for this. Yes, that was great. Yeah, the tour itself was amazing as well. So,
I was
like, we've got.
I wanted to ask about that because like you basically
really
landed in
terrible
Australia
thing.
and you're straight out on tour, right? That's pretty mental.
Well, thankfully not. There was what, 3 or 4 days to practice beforehand, which was like super necessary, because there's only so much like practicing by yourself you can do. It's not like in the band setting. Awful flight on the way there. Like, ended up being like 7.5 hours longer than it should have been. They lost my fucking luggage, all this kind of bullshit.
I saw that,
dude.
That's so real, bro.
And then like, I was like, so all my medications in that luggage that I'm not supposed to just stop taking. So like, am I getting it back? They were like, yeah, it's probably just still in Qatar. I was like, cool. I was like, it's pretty fucking worrying.
Yeah, perfect.
Thankfully I did get it back. But yeah, we got rocked up. But like, as soon as I got there, like after all that, I was like, oh, I don't even fucking care about all that's just happened. I'm just fucking buzzing to be here.
Yeah, you're just born it again now. To be fair, just shed everything. You're a new man now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy some new clothes. Like, hopefully I won't lose my mind. Just like,
yeah. I mean, we know you look good in a Tommy Bahama, so you just get yourself a few like Hawaiian shirts and some boardies, and really, a hat with the corks dangling off of it, and really like lean into the Aussie of it all.
Really push it. But then, like, I got there and I was staying at Jaden's house like the whole time, and they were just his family are just like the fucking loveliest people. Jaden's just like the loveliest guy. Like they couldn't do enough for you, you know, to make sure you were comfortable and that, and
Amazing.
that was amazing. And then I got to meet Mick for the first time, and he was just fucking great, dude. Very, very fucking understated, funny dude. Obviously, I'd met Chris before, but only very briefly. So it was basically like meeting everybody. And then Ed, the guy who does a lot of their mixing, but he was filling in on bass.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I got to spend a lot of time with him. A lot of the drives I did with him, and he's fucking great, dude. But yeah, they were all just, like, everybody was like on the same wavelength, and it just felt amazing. Like everybody was, yeah, on the same wavelength, and and just like really wanting the best out of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not like putting too much pressure on it, which was really cool. So it's my first time ever using in-ears.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was like, because my whole life I've been like, oh, fucking, I don't want to ever use them. It's gonna take me out of it. Like, you know, the performing side of it's like very fucking like personal for me, so I need to be like up in it. But I was like, nah, you know, this is what we're doing, so I need to learn it. And obviously,
yeah.
with this different type of music, it's, you know, super necessary with like the speed and the technicality.
Yeah,
But I'd never done it before, so it was like a big learning curve. But we made like a few changes in that, like, you know, for like the timings and the countings and stuff, and it ended up being sweet. Like the first show was it was like a bit rusty. Obviously, I've not played for fucking ages, but neither have they as well. The fucking funny thing about it was so many little things that individually just wouldn't have been a problem were all happening to me on stage at the same time. So first one, I just didn't have a tight enough belt, so my kegs were just falling down the whole time.
No, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse.
So I was like, obviously trying to pull them up constantly with one hand, but in the first track, one of my ears fell out, and I was like, oh, well, that's fine. You know, now I can hear both sides of it. But then when the second one starts falling out, you can't. And I'm like, oh, I can't function without this. Like, I can't hear anything. And one hand's trying to pull my fucking DACs up. And I was like, this is a fucking nightmare. And like for the first time ever, even though like I've had fucking hair as long as it is now before performing, I'm thinking it's because of like where the upper bracket of the in-ears was like just making my head be in a different place. It was just going down my fucking throat. It was like, it's my mouth and like down my throat, and I was like choking on it. So I'm like, one hand's on the mic.
Probably looked pretty sick
though,
to be fair. If someone's got a good shot of that.
But yeah, I'll just like fucking zooming in like something out of like a horror film.
Yeah.
So like I was like, I think it was fine. Like I think so. One of the tracks starts with like a vocal. It starts with the vocals basically, and I blew it. I just didn't come in at the right time because I had like so much going on. So I was like, I saw my ass a little bit. Like afterwards,
Was
I
it
was
a track that?
Great.
Was it a track that wasn't released yet? So you're like, well, sweet, no one knows.
Oh no, it was one of the big ones. I think it was Overseer.
Oh dear.
I was like, but you know, you fall, you know, back into the timing and stuff, and it was fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, what? But then like afterwards, the guys were like, you need to stop beating yourself up, mate. Like this is basically a practice because like you can practice in the studio space all you want, but you can't practice the live setting until you do it. I was like, all right, cool. And then like on the second show, I just like the one change that I made was I just tied my hair up, put my hat on, and just tucked the brackets underneath it so they didn't come out at all. And like the second track was Overseer, nailed the vocal intro, and then after that, I like took like a step back in my mind whilst like my fucking body was on autopilot, and I was just like, "I'm fucking back, baby!
We're back, baby!"
The chance
And then I was just,
returned.
yeah, and then I was just fucking buzzing. I was like, and then like every show after that was mint, you know, like it was really good. Just needed that first one to like shake the rust off and that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
great.
knock the cobwebs off.
Call it a warm up.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
don't tell the people who were at the show that you were calling it a warm up.
Well, that's it. That's the unfortunate reality of it, isn't it? It's like, sorry, you were the first show. Like,
It's a piece in the
definitely-
history.
yeah, it definitely wasn't bad. Like, the one video that surfaced on like Reddit of like our live stuff is from that show as well, and I was like, oh fucking hell.
That sucks.
But I had like a look through the comments and that, and there was no comments about it, so I was like, oh, cool.
Bro,
like,
the
it's obviously
stories,
worse in the head.
the stories were fire, dude. I was watching all. I was like because it's so nice to like know that you're out there doing that, and then you get the different stories every night of the fucking thing, and I'm just like, Daddy's home, dude. He's out there. He's just out there, just crushing it, mate.
But yeah, it was like obviously with it being a completely new style of metal to what I'm used to, and obviously a lot of it comes with like the speed, and you know, I'm not like the fittest I've ever been, you know, like performing or anything. I did spend like 2 months just like absolutely caning the fucking treadmill whilst I was learning
Yeah, you
learning
went on the treadmill
stuff.
practicing your vocals just to really condition yourself.
That would be sick.
I'd love to see that in the gym. That would make my day.
Yeah. But
How to clear a pure gym. Just how to get a pure gym to yourself.
But yeah, so it was. I was like, obviously with practicing with them in the days leading up to it, I was like, oh no, this is good. And I've been practicing like in the car and stuff at home. And I was like nervous at first, but like after going through it a few times, I was like, oh no, I fucking got this. It's cool. And like learning like which bits in the songs to like take breaths, or to like if there's like a syllable that, you know, can be missed
That
to
you
take
can-
a breath in.
Yeah.
But that was like super useful. But yeah, like just playing it, I was like, these are like great. Like I like doing this, and like obviously the fastest one, like with the most fucking like relentless vocals in it, is off their last album. Fuck, I can't remember what the song's called now. That's embarrassing, isn't it?
It's the first one.
We'll let you off. It's all good. It's the fast one, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, it was from that album, and it's like fucking proper rapid. And obviously the vocalist that was on that record is now the vocalist for
Diane, who you were touring
Yeah.
with, right? I was going to say,
Yeah.
was that like a
So I was like,
factor?
yeah. So I was like, obviously I want to. It's not like I want to show it up. I was like, I want it to do it justice, you know, because with him watching and stuff. And that was the song I enjoyed the most. I was like, this is the most challenging, but I fucking loved doing it. It's great. Like I can't like
sick.
fucking fling myself around as much as I'd usually do, you know, because I'm really focusing on like just fucking belting it out. But I really fucking enjoyed doing it. Like I really like the speed, and it's like my first ever tour like sober as well. And
I was going to ask you about this too, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking, oh man, the effect on my voice, it's like night and day. I couldn't like,
Right.
I was like, yeah, there's a couple of like different like techniques that I'm doing and stuff, but like not enough for that to be the reason that my voice stayed like just on top form. There was like I never felt like I'd damaged it. I never felt like I'd strained it. I didn't lose my speaking voice, which always happened when I was touring with BT, just getting absolutely fucking leathered.
Just get it's like you're all raspy because you've been like screaming at each other till 3 a.m. Like, just absolutely on one.
Just banging nails and just drinking just heaps of lager. It's not good for your voice, it turns out. Yeah, but yeah, no, I was really happy with it. I was like, fuck, I could do this for like I understand now how bands can tour for like weeks and weeks, because like before I was like, how do people do it? And it's like, well, you just don't drink yourself to death every night.
How many shows was it, Al, in total?
It was only 4. So like it wasn't like a huge
Still 4 on the bounce after like, you know, after not doing it is big things.
Yeah, sure, yeah, definitely. And like I used to like start straining my voice after like 3 shows. So, you know, like I would have felt it a bit, you know, if I was going to. But yeah, just the 4, and it was all in so they called it like regional shows. So I imagine that's like in like one province, or, you know, like nearby provinces and stuff. So it was all sort of like medium-sized towns in Queensland, like around where were we? God, I can't remember the names of anything. What was the city? What was the fucking city?
Australia's a bloody big place though, so
yeah.
It's like the towns around Brisbane.
Okay, cool.
But they're like, I remember like a couple of times they were like, oh, like sorry, these are like kind of like smaller shows, you know, but this is, you know, it's just a regional thing, and it's basically just like, you know, just like a taster of like us touring together and stuff, so people can see it and that.
Yeah.
And I was like, all of these shows are bigger than shows that I would have played with Black Tone.
Have you seen what venues there are in England that are like sacred venues? They're like tiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Black Heart's one of the most beloved things, and it's absolutely tiny.
Yeah,
it's tiny, isn't it? There was only one venue that was like that, and that was Vinny's in I think that was in Gold Coast. And I was like, this is cool. Like this feels like I'm back home. Like this feels like a metal venue. You know, which it was like a metal and punk venue, but all the other ones were like, they were just like bars with like restaurants attached to them. Like, you know, like there'd be like another.
What the fuck is up, Denny's?
Yeah, like the full-on like restaurant with just like regular ass people like dining.
Mate, wasn't that like legendary Chariot video where they go through and knock the apples on the floor? That was in Australia, wasn't it? That was in Perth. Every venue just like that. There's just a place next door with selling apples, a coffee shop.
Yeah,
it's just a juice bar.
Loads of pokies machines on the walls and stuff. Like, but like I like it because I was like, because they're like big. They've got a full stage and like decent sound system, because obviously it's not just metal that they're putting on.
Yeah.
They've got like a full, you know, like they actually have staff to work it, and the most important thing is that the toilets are pristine. And
nice.
the shitters have a door on them. So
my
you know
God.
what I mean? Like, you don't get that. At
Toilet seats, the lot.
When they call it a toilet venue in Australia, it's a compliment. Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I want to play these fucking types of shows all the time. These are great.
Oh man.
Yeah, and they've got an ensuite patisserie. So.
Yeah, it was great, because like the last time we were there, obviously 10 years ago and that, but they were like, oh, like in Australia they don't really do riders, like that's just like not a thing culturally. You don't get a rider. So I was like, all right, cool. So I wasn't really expecting it, but like every venue that we went to that wasn't that like Vinny's one, they were just like, oh yeah, just order whatever you want off the menu, you can just have it. I was like, yeah, that's sick. That's great. I ate so many fucking chicken schnitzels, dude. It was great.
Yeah. What was the? That's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you about the grub. What was the grub like over there? What was bopping?
It was fucking quality. It was really good. Like, I did mainly just have fucking chicken schnitzels, which was great.
I mean,
they were mint. But I did have, there was like, I had a parma. I think they call it a palmy, but it was just like a fucking chicken parma, and that was absolutely mint. And then a couple of nights out, we went into Brisbane itself, and it was just amazing. It was just like, I wouldn't say it's not like London. No, I think London's definitely, it's like its own beast. It's definitely more kind of like the higher end, like American type places where like even like the small kind of holes in the wall are like absolutely quality. I got some really good Chinese food on a couple of nights. A really nice Thai restaurant we went to on the first night. And Jaden treated me and his brother we went to like what do they call it? Like a smokehouse, you know, for like a big fucking meat tray and stuff.
Yeah.
It was
For
great.
a barbie.
And we went to this like place that did I think it was like gelato, but it was open like real late, and it looked like a fucking like a millionaire's foyer. It was like crazy, like expensive looking, really loud music and like lights on it and stuff. But it was just for this like gelato, and it was just, I had this like double leche thing, and I was like, you know, when you taste it and like your pupils just dilate massively.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yo, that's good squishy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I had a nice tres leche in Puerto Rico. That's where I had one. It was so sick.
Oh,
so
man.
sick.
It's so tasty, innit? It's crazy.
I love this. Salvatore just involves just eating like a king, just
munching
Henry
up.
VIII in it around Australia. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah. So,
Wait,
but
yeah.
yeah, it's much more fun for somebody my age.
Yeah, man. I mean, it sounds incredible.
It was great.
I've literally just had my dinner, but now I feel really hungry after listening to you talk about it.
I need to mention the other support bands as well.
I was gonna, yeah, man,
Yes.
absolutely.
Like Hate Complex, just the fucking nicest, funnest dudes. Really got on with their vocalists. Spent like a lot of time chatting with them and that. And they're just like, you know, when you meet someone that they just don't stop grafting, like all day they're on the phone grafting and that. And I was like, you deserve to do fucking well just because of how much work you're putting in. I really appreciate it. And then Melancholia, who are just like absolutely mental. Like because they do like the whole costumes and thing.
Yeah.
They've got like a really particular like look, and I'd seen like pictures of them and stuff, and I was like, you guys really have put a lot into your image.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wonder how that translates into like what your music's like. Is it all like style over substance? But then like I just saw them like on the first show and I was like, what the fuck am I even watching? This is amazing. It's like blackened new metalcore.
New metal, yeah,
crazy.
man. I'm assuming that you listen to their new record as well. I guess they're playing songs from it and stuff. It comes out in a couple of weeks. We've had the promo for it.
It's
I've been jamming
absolutely
it while I was
mad.
on holiday. It's so good. Absolutely
Really good.
So good.
Yeah. And their vocalist, he's just such a lovely guy, really fucking funny, but he's just like a born frontman. And his vocal, like the fucking high pitch that he can get with his highs is insane. And he was like letting me in on like little like fucking like secrets and like on like how he does it and stuff. He was like, yeah, fuck any of like gatekeeping stuff. He was like, this is like how you do that. And I was like, oh, that's fucking really cool. Like, really sweet.
Amazing.
That's funny you mentioned that actually, because I kind of wanted to. You know, we're friends, so I can bring this up. But when you were like first released the EP and stuff, I did have a little look on the old r/deathcore, which I know is not the funnest place to be on the internet. And there was definitely multiple people mentioning that you were lacking in highs. Was that like a conscious thing that you chose? Because isn't that something that is it Tyler, who was a vocalist before you, who was quite prolific with highs? Is it something you chose to do to make yourself stand out from him?
Not really. Like I was really surprised at like how like vehement people were in the like.
I really want to hear them highs.
Like,
Apparently,
real
man.
upset. It's like every single post on Instagram. There's always like the same 3 people like commenting it. It's like what have you got going on in your life, man? Like just listen to their old albums if you don't like it. Like
yeah, it's a new day. It's a new regime, bro.
Yeah.
It can't be like a carbon copy. That'd be ridiculous. You got your own seasoning, bro.
Because I was like, it's not that like I can't do highs. It's that like when I'm writing, I'm like, I want stuff that that benefits the song, it like suits the song. I'm not just gonna bang in just like every type of vocal I can do, just to like keep the vocal Olympics crowd happy.
Isn't it? This is what happens. We talk about this all the time. It's just too many deathcore vocalists just trying to show off. It's not about showing off. It's about making the best song you can and making the best performance.
That's what I went into it with. I was like, I'm just trying to make the best song possible. Like that stuff's cool, but it's like in the type of music that I make anymore or have ever made really. Like I want to like benefit the track and what like suits the track, and I'm sure there will be like highs on it. But it's like I can't just try because everyone's like, like I miss Mark Boyder. It's like what do you want me to do about that? I'm not him. I'm not just gonna copy the vocals that have come before me, because that path has been trod, and it's been trod by very good vocalists that have done it like exceptionally. But I aren't them. This is this is like a new thing. Like I'm not just gonna just try to pretend to be a different vocalist. That was fucking stupid.
100%, man. And I'm sure that the other guys could have found someone who lives in the same town as them, who could have copycatted the previous vocalist, and they've picked you from across the world because they know that you're the bollocks, and you're going to bring something to the band. And it just blew my mind that people can't get that in their head. There's just people just live in their own weird little bubbles, don't they?
People
I can't get over that. Like I can't get over that because, like, I mean, listening to you on these new tracks, mate, like. I was thinking you must have popped round James McAvoy's house or something and got some tips, because like the amount of personas you've got in this is absolutely brilliant. There's so many cool different techniques and different sounds going on. You know, it is a really wicked, diverse, impactful performance that, like,
Thank you.
for somebody to listen to that and go, oh, there's no highs, bro, that's wild to me. It's wild to me, because you've got like a lot of different things going on and they hit, bro.
I guess there's just, if they don't hear the thing that they wanted, they're like, oh, these ain't good. Like, I've just done a video with Mark from
Cardabox.
Cardabox.
and we were like talking about that at length, and I was like, yeah, there's quite a lot of comments that are just like, yeah, he's a mid vocalist. I was like, I'm not. Like, I was like, I don't want to.
I mean, that's objectively wrong. Like, nobody could possibly say that. That's
I was like, I don't want to like fucking blow smoke up my own ass or anything. But I am mid. Like, I'm pretty.
Right, you can't take mid. You
I
can't
can do a
take
few
mid.
different things. Like, but I guess it's just they didn't hear what they wanted.
No.
So I guess to them it just all blended into, you know, lows. That's like all they could hear. Like, there was like a few comments that are like, you know, it's like, oh, like there's one kid that specifically comments about the highs, and he's just like, he's like gone through the tracks, and he's just like, no, there's just no screams in this. It's just all growls again. It's like, bro, it's like, is this your first day listening to metal? But like, people can like what they like, but then to say something is like objectively bad, it's just like, brothers,
It's dumb.
whatever.
Yeah.
Opinions and arseholes. I think there's a saying in there somewhere about that.
Yeah.
Mate. No, these three tracks you guys have put out are absolutely fire, and not just because of you. Like, I think they're honestly some of the best music that Aversions Crown has ever put together.
I agree.
So far, like, I think they're absolutely incredible musicians.
I said
obviously.
that to him. I was like, this is some of the most intense like stuff that you've written. It's great. But even like in a similar, you know, vein to the comments about the vocals, there's a lot of comments about the music. They're like, oh, they've lost everything that made them Aversions Crown. It's like, what are you talking about? Because it doesn't have like a weird like fucking noodly lead over like something. Like, what? Like, listen to the song. Like, oh well, there's no accounting for taste.
No,
is there?
absolutely not.
Nah, man. Nah. It's a new regime, and it's off to a flying bloody start, mate. How was the writing process for you, sort of with the lyrics? Obviously, like, these days it's kind of a bit easier to sort of, you know, to be in a band with someone that's across the other side of the world. So, like, you know, when you got it, did you get sort of like demos that you sort of spat ideas over? Like, yeah, how was that process for you?
I believe they call it a workflow. How was the workflow?
How was the workflow?
Yeah, we there was like there's like a big file with like all the like the short list of the tracks in it and stuff that we're going to go through, and we'd like pick one that we wanted to what they wanted to hear vocals on, really. And then my process for it was, because I can't write in like the house, like it's actually I can't get anything done in the house, like, so I had to like find somewhere where I could go and write it, and I found this fucking Dunkin' Donuts right out on the fucking out in the industrial bit in Hull, and I was like, oh, this is great. There's like hardly anybody ever in here. This is sweet. So that's always been my spot for just like posting up and writing. And then I was like,
I love that.
I was like,
What's the
like
order when you get in Dunkin' and just sit down? What you saying? What you getting done with?
biggest black coffee that they can possibly put into a vessel for me.
Yes.
I didn't want to just start fucking absolutely shelving donuts. Like, so, I got one or two here and there, but it was mainly just a big old fucking black coffee. And then, like, obviously they have like a legacy of being like alien core, and I was like that don't fucking interest me at all. I was like, I can't just not live up to that. Like, I can't just go completely off the rails with it, because that, like, and I think rightly so, people won't really be asked for it, because they'll be like, well, this is almost just like a completely like new band then. So I was like, what do I like?
that's like in that vein, if it's not just like straight up like alien stuff. And I really like because obviously like sci-fi is like such a huge broad term that like when it isn't like spaceships and lasers and stuff, I prefer to like hear it called like speculative fiction. And I think some of like the darkest stuff that's ever been like written by people is like speculative fiction, which would technically be sci-fi, but it's like it doesn't have all like the set dressing of like sci-fi. It's just like, here's this possible thing that is to do with usually like the proliferation and increase of technology, like amongst other things.
Black Mirror vibes.
Yeah, exactly like that. And I was like that. I feel like that's close enough to sci-fi for me to work from. But then I really getting to like not, I don't believe any of this stuff, but I love to listen to podcasts on it, like stuff about things like Operation Blue Book and stuff like that. There will be a faked alien invasion to like bring about the new world order and stuff. I was like, I don't believe that. I don't think any government is competent enough to do that. But it's really fun to listen to. And obviously, I've been like filling my fucking nut with that for like years of podcasts now. And I was like, I'm really into like the idea that like science and like spiritual kind of studies or spiritual ideas are not actually two. It's not like a dichotomy. They're not two separate things. They're actually the same thing. And it's only at this point in history that it appears to be a dichotomy, and it's because of our like lack of understanding. And it isn't that all spiritual stuff can be explained through science. It's that it is a third thing that is like both of them combined. I was like, that's cool. That's something I can definitely like work with. And reading like stuff like Gnosticism and things like that, and reading like how you can read text through like a Gnostic lens. Like I read Blood Meridian recently, and then read like an essay afterwards about how it absolutely is, you can read it through like a Gnostic lens. And I was like, oh, that's a really like cool concept. Like, is there a way that I can like tie Operation Blue Book into a Gnostic idea? Because then you have all of the like pre-Christian and early Christian like set dressing that comes with that as well, which like just lends itself to metal so well. And then because I think like I've not seen any comments yet, but I expected them for like the last like Castigation Choir. I thought there'd be more people just being like, oh, it's just a fucking another song about hating God. Now, especially now that there seems to be like loads more weird fucking like vitriolic Christians in metal now, which I'm not fucking arsed with. I expected it to just be like, oh, it's just another fucking God-hating song. And it's just like, oh man, like that feel when you can only pick up surface fucking elements of a text. But it's like, but it isn't. It's like, obviously that is like the surface theme, but it's about nuclear war. Like, and the same with like one of the tracks like that's finished but isn't on the EP. It's going to be like on the full length. Like a huge part of that is about like the idea of Moloch, and like the Moloch being, there's like now a term used by, I get, what would you even call them, like economic philosophers or something. It's like Moloch is representative of like the emergent intelligence that comes from like systems of control and societies and things, and you can see it as this god, and the god is like what its domain is basically like the zero-sum game of like an arms race or something. It's like no countries can stop reaching for like scrabbling for the arms race, or like the AI arms race is like a more recent like relevant thing. It's like everybody knows it's dangerous, but nobody can stop trying to make the best one, because if you stop, you've lost.
From it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man.
And I was like that. I was like, there's heaps of shit I could use here. So like, I'm like happy with like that type of sci-fi. So it was just like, I wouldn't even know where to begin writing like the types of lyrics that you'd see with like like on like Lugal Cayenne and stuff like that. It just doesn't. There's nothing in my brain that will like allow me to like, take an interest in it.
Yeah, and you get into like ontological stuff on the, get a bit of Descartes in there, mate. Like to hear that. I listened to an audio book about him. It was wicked. I like the old ergo sum business.
Yeah, that was a fun one to write. That one because like that one straight up is like about AI. It's not like I've managed to keep like any sort of like opinions out of it. Like I don't really have an opinion on it other than it being like dangerous and draining everybody of their fucking creativity. But like the structure of that track it's an argument between AI as like a godlike figure, like a new godlike figure, and humanity as like a single figure, and it's like those two entities basically like arguing it out, and like the AI is like, this is just the order of things. Like you like you can only see like the very small window of time where like you've existed, but this is how it goes. I am the next step in creation, basically. Like, don't be upset about it. And then obviously people are like, fuck off, you're a robot. To put it simply.
I love it.
I love it. Dude, it must be so much fun.
Yeah.
It must be so much fun, like sitting down and figuring that out and writing for that, and then also making that interesting and hooky, and like it just must be such a fun exercise to throw yourself into.
It's really stressful. It's like the first few hours, obviously because I have fucking terrible ADHD, everything gets left to like the last minute. Like I can't function any other way, so like I don't have loads of time. It never ends up rushed because I always like give it because I like the first day I'll go and I'll just listen through the track loads, and then I'll like how I like break it up into what I think that the pattern. Because I'll do the pattern before I do the vocals, or just give myself like a rough idea. I break it up into these sections that like I hear. There's like, because I ain't got a musical bone in my body, there's no way none of it's like proper, but it's like these are the bits that like I hear it broken up into, and then I like kind of I physically write it out as Morse code. It's like like dots and dashes.
Like that's like bloody Shakespeare, mate, and his iambic pentameter. That's wicked.
and then like I'll usually have like a couple of lines that have like been in my phone for like years, that I've like been gestating on for a while, and they usually
there must be some dirty BDs in that phone, mate.
Oh man, there's some grim shit in my phone. That's been for a long time, but there's usually that's enough to like sprout an idea from, and like knowing the pattern of what I want usually like really helps with like the word choices. Like it usually flows like a bit better. Like Castigation Choir was really difficult to write because I didn't have that immediate nugget of an idea, and I really needed to get it done. And that was like a proper like crunch, basically. Like it was like the time was like getting like closer and closer to me needing to go and record it. But like eventually it does get done. Like that pressure eventually like gets it there, but it is stressful because I'm like,
Was there anything that pushed it over the line? Did you consume any media that was like, oh, that's a nice idea? Like, or do you watch a weird episode or something and you go like, oh?
So I like, how do I do it? I'm usually ruminating on some fucking horrible philosophical concept just at all times of the day. So it usually comes from that. But I watch like a lot of again, I don't believe any of this stuff, but like I find it really fascinating is like conspiracy stuff or things that are like it's like thought experiments taken to the extreme where it becomes like grim. Like there's usually like something like that that's floating around. But I've found recently like a really good one-liners have been coming from like you ever see it, when you're like just looking through the fucking like the search page on Instagram or whatever, and there'll be like a post from a Tumblr, and it's like, and the comment on it is usually just like, why is it always just some fucking goober on Tumblr saying like the most like poetic philosophical thing ever, and it's not like Descartes or something, and it's usually something cool, and I'm like, oh, that like I'll never just rip it off, but I'm always like, oh, how can I like twist that? Like that's inspired me, and like I just found that to be like quite. I'd have never guessed that that's where I could get ideas from, but I did, and like
Hell yeah.
just little one-liners and stuff. Because like usually, like once I've got that one like little seed, then I can start building on it from there. So I usually just I look for people just like doing little bits of verse on the internet and things like that when I can't think of any myself, and then try and get a bit of inspiration from that. And usually, if I just write, and because I'm like a absolute fucking like perfectionist when it comes to like writing lyrics, like it's so important to me that like it's like not beneficial because it like slows down the process, and it like makes it really difficult to like even like start doing it because it's like there's like so much pressure, like internal pressure. But like sometimes I can just like forget or like make myself not think about that, and it's just like just write 5 verses, and it does not matter if they're shit, and one of the verses in there will at least have one line that you can then build from. It's like it's just like plumbing the fucking like depth
getting
of
like a lyrical mood board down, and then just be like,
yeah,
oh
exactly.
yeah, actually,
it's
I'll
like, that's
expand
quite
on that.
cool. Yeah, and then you see it, and then your mind just does its business, you know, like connecting the things together anyway. So I can't remember
love
who
you
it was.
just like Charlie out from It's Always Sunny in a Dunkin' Donuts.
Like papers all across the table and stuff, like massive tomes cracked open and shit.
Just big black spirals and stuff.
Quadruple espresso on the go.
And then I finished, like I go to, like I record with Aaron from Black Tongue Infant Annihilator, and he's just something else when it comes to like production, and not just production, like I'll go with the track, and he'll always just be like, why don't you do this there, or why don't you change that pattern to that, and it's always better. And he has that like superpower where he can hear the finished track before it's finished, so he'll like tell me to do like he'll be like, oh, don't do that style, do it like this, and do it in like this like tempo. And at the time I'm like, well, how the fuck is that gonna work? And then like a minute later, when we've got onto the next bit, it's like, oh yeah, it's perfect. It's like, of course, that's what it should have been.
Amazing.
But yeah, that's the process.
It sounds fantastic, mate. The EP came out this week. Seems to be doing bits. Seen loads of good feedback from it. Obviously, I haven't actually seen the comments about the highs, which I'm quite happy about.
Don't look funny.
What does like the next 6 months look like for you in terms of the band and like what you're looking to get out?
Well, I think next year we want to be touring like constantly, and we have got some stuff that I can't talk about that's booked already, which is really, really fucking exciting. Like like a big tours type thing. We want to get on the festival circuit. Like America's looking pretty bleak for any fucking band at the minute. Like I've even spoke to like some of my Canadian friends that are in bands, and they're like, we can't even fucking get in. So like you've got no chance. But like there's been talks of like offers for some like really big stuff over there, and it's like we're all like, yeah, that's in like the maybe pile, and it's like cool. But like the good thing to like focus on there is, even if we can't do that, that's the kind of stuff we're being offered. So that's just like something nice to take the edge off a little bit.
And they were signed to Nuclear Blast before you joined, right? And you're still this came out on Nuclear Blast. I'm assuming whatever next will probably come out on Nuclear Blast. So that must be a nice comfortable thing to sort of step into, just for your own sort of like.
Yeah, it's really nice because I think the current CEO used to be the CEO of Roadrunner. I hope I'm correct in saying that, but he personally likes like Aversions Crown, and he was happy to like like reinstate them, because obviously they've not done anything for like 6 years. Like reinstate them like immediately after hearing that first track, which was, you know, very flattering. That's really, really good to hear. Yeah, I mean, I've had a record out on Nuclear Blast and Century Media now. I just need one out on fucking Metal Blade.
Yeah, you got the full set.
Yeah, the Trinity, bro.
I got the Trinity.
I should probably mention this earlier, but like, I think it must have been a really it must have been something lovely for the ego when you go, I'm replacing the guy that's gone on to thy art. That puts you just like, if there's a league table, like, you know, that puts you like in the Champions League, doesn't it? Basically, like when you've like,
I'd like to think so.
You know, like, you know, I'm so good that the person I'm replacing is gone into like one of the biggest deathcore bands on the planet ever. Like,
yeah,
that must have been a lovely little boost.
It really was. Obviously with this being like so far removed from each other, I mean, I've like never seen them like play live or anything, and I, you know, like I wasn't like super into like tech deathcore or anything, so I wasn't like, I've always known the name, and I've always known that they were sick, but I didn't know like anything like much more than that. So like getting there and then like seeing like how successful they have been in the past, like how professional they are, how good they're like, just everything around what they do for the band and how they handle themselves and stuff, and then me kind of just fucking waddling up to it, like, and just be like being accepted into it straight away, and them being like, you really like, you're like doing us proud. It is a lovely feeling, and I'm like, amazing. I'm happy that I've you know, I'm happy that they feel like they've made the right choice, because it's like, it's a big risk, even just like, it's expensive getting me there, like, and
just,
you know,
like
you
over.
It's not just a bus fare, is it? Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Not be able to like wrangle me like real easily, like with the time difference and everything. It's a big risk, so I'm really happy that they feel like that was worthwhile.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Al, before we let you get on with your evening, there's some speculation that this is going to be the end of Black Tongue. Do you want to set the record straight there at all for anybody?
Yeah, I did see a few comments on that. Like, just straight up already assuming that was like the end of Black Tongue. It's like, oh, this sucks that there's no Black Tongue, but you know, like, I'm happy that, you know, there's going to be new Aversions Crown. Nobody said it was the end of Black Tongue. Like, what's the one thing that we've like always said online and stuff? Like, Black Tongue will never die. And like, just to be like less vague, I had recently did speak to Aaron and Eddie when I was around, you know, listening to their, you know, how far they've got with the, you know, the new IA album, and I just straight up said, have we got another album in us? And everybody straight away was like, yeah, we definitely do.
Hell yeah.
And then we spent a good few hours talking about how we want it to sound, and you know, like what we want to do with it and stuff. So like, there will be more Black Tongue. Like, people can rest easy.
Yeah, bro.
Good. That's all.
Beautiful.
I mean, yeah. Don't tell us any more than that. Obviously, it probably isn't much more for you to tell. But I'm glad to hear that this isn't going to cause Black Tongue to stop existing. That's.
No. We were saying. Well, Aaron said he was like, Black Tongue is like fucking tree beard. It's like nothing's worth making unless it takes a long time to make.
Absolutely. Hell yeah, man. That's so sick.
Amazing.
Al,
I think that's
so
a
much for your
lovely
time, brother.
Yeah. That's a lovely place to end it. I was about to say.
Yeah.
We are. This has been so sick, Al. Thank you so much. We love you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
We're also going to chat about a record that absolutely rips. If you're watching on video, go click the next video. We're going to be talking about one of our records that we can't bloody wait to chat about. If you're on audio, this is just going to sail on through. Thank you so much for watching. Give us a little sub. Big up. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Thank you.